Councilman's personal log, started 45341.3. Since our recent contact with Ambassador Spock, I have sensed on board a renewed curiosity with the crew of the original Starship Enterprise. I must admit that I, too, am curious. Computer, access files of Constitution-class Starship Enterprise 1701A. List file headings of command crew.
This is the captain of the Enterprise speaking.
I'm trying to perform a role and fill every crevice of it with as much life as possible. That life is mine.
Fire! Well, either choke me or cut my throat. Make up your mind.
I'll look at them and thank God were we ever that young.
Jim, be careful.
We will.
You'd make a splendid computer, Mr. Spock.
That is very kind of you, Captain.
I think if you just keep playing the same character without any arc or without any growth or change or definition, I think it gets boring.
You are my superior officer. You are also my friend. I have been and always shall be yours.
I have elected to remain on board during our routine maintenance layover to examine the logs of that ship and of its crew, and to understand the importance of their final mission.
Battle stations.
Incoming! Signal our surrender.
Captain?
We surrender!
The future. The undiscovered country. These are the logs of the Starship Enterprise and of its crew, who would change the future of a galaxy by boldly going where no one had gone before. Study on the crew of the Enterprise A, with their captain, a man very different to Jean-Luc Picard. Computer, access the file on Federation Starship Captain James T. Kirk.
Any suggestions, Admiral?
Prayer, Mr. Savick. The Klingons don't take prisoners. Lights. I've always tried to have a nobility of spirit, if you will, with Kirk.
Kirk to Enterprise.
Scotty, where's that power?
Energize. Fire main bases.
I see a stranger. I don't recognize that person at all. I see a young man, and I wish I could do it again. I mean the performance, because doing series television is so quick, you don't have time to really think about, plan what you're doing. You just do it instinctively. Whenever there was the horror of the week, you know, the animal, the alien of the week, I realized that rather than fear or trepidation, it was something of interest.
No. No, I won't kill you.
It became something to go towards rather than to retreat from.
Tell me about the women in your world, Captain.
Worlds may change, galaxies disintegrate, but a woman always remains a woman.
Settling down with a woman connotates home and hearth. I don't think he has the hearth for it.
See you around the galaxy.
Other people have families.
Other people do, it's not us. Well, he loves his ship a lot, you know.
I've already got a female to worry about. Her name's the Enterprise.
I think my reactions are slower 25 years later, I'm trying to find the humor in the character as much, but perhaps I'm being simpler.
Counselor's log. Unlike Captain Picard, James Kirk appeared to rely on only 2 men for command advice. Ambassador Spock served most of his Starfleet career as first officer aboard Enterprise A. Note for future research. Despite being half human, Spock has lived his life as a Vulcan.
And I have mentioned you play a very irritating game of chess, Mr. Spock.
Irritating. Ah, yes. One of your Earth emotions.
I look at some of that stuff today, some of the stuff we did in the 60s, and that Spock was very, very different.
I have a human half, you see, as well as an alien half, submerged, constantly at war with each other. I survive it because my intelligence wins out over both, makes them live together.
He's a character who claims to know exactly who he is and who claims to be exactly where he wants to be, but he's really struggling. I'm in control of my emotions. Control of my emotions. I felt inside this character who kept saying, I am not emotional. I don't know what emotions are. I don't experience emotions. Was a very emotional turmoil going on.
Fascinating.
He chose a Vulcan philosophy because there was a kind of a serenity in it for him, I think, and a way of setting himself aside.
Oh, why you're not afraid to die, Spock? You're more afraid of living. Each day you stay alive is just one more day you might slip and let your human half peek out.
Spock is the supposedly alien character, but in a way he's the most human character in the group because he has all these human problems. Really, Dr. McCoy, you must learn to govern your passions. They will be your undoing. Logic suggests.
Logic? My God, the man's talking about logic. We're talking about universal Armageddon.
You green-blooded and...
Note for future reference. Kirk referred to Leonard McCoy, the ship's doctor, as Bones.